brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like,
It's your girl Daejahmariej, and you are not watching Jah TV. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, please stop what you're doing and hit that subscriber button. Make sure you hit the post notification so every single time I post, you will be notified. And don't forget to like the video because today I have yet another story time video. Now, as you can see by today's title, yes, my best friend was hunching in my bathroom with her ain't shit boyfriend. Right, I'm gonna set the scene, so I'm gonna have to give this best friend of mine a name. We're gonna call her Kaylee. Me and Kaylee first met in the eighth. No, the thing is, I don't really know. Okay, so officially, I met Kaylee in the eighth grade, which is middle school. If you are not in the United States, um yeah, we call that middle school. So grades 6 through 8 is middle school, right? Or junior high. I ended up moving to the different side of the neighborhood that we live in. So I was on one side of a neighborhood, and then my family decided to move onto the other side into like a townhome or whatever case may be. And Kaylee she didn't live like in the townhomes that I was living in, because the neighborhood that we lived in was like a very, very big neighborhood with like apartments, condos, single family homes, two-story homes, townhomes, whatever you name it, right? So it was just a huge neighborhood. So she lived in the single family home that was outside of the townhome that I was living in, but previously, and it was literally like right across from each other. So the bus stop was right in front of her home, practically, right? And I ended up having to change bus stops, of course, because I no longer live on that other side of the neighborhood anymore. So I remember walking to that bus stop. She was the only one that was there. So I asked her, I'm saying hi, hello, whatever, because like I was extremely shy. I'm still shy, but I'm not as shy how I was before. But eighth grade, I had this goal to meet as many new people as possible, make connections, friendships, relationships, whatever case may be, because I was just tired of just being in my shell, and I just wanted to step outside of my shell. So I introduced myself to Kaylee, and I'm saying hi, whatever, and she was just so happy to see me. She had the biggest smile on her face, and come to find out the reason why, because she was like, she always wanted to be friends with me, and she revealed that to me. She always wanted to be friends with me, but she just didn't know how, because I had like a RBF face, which is a resting bitch face. Let's go into like present day of the story time that I'm talking about tonight. Place in, I want to say, either the ninth grade or the 10th grade year in high school. I cannot remember. I can't fully remember. This is when we're like fully in depth of dealing with boys and all kind of stuff. And I didn't even give a description. Let's give a description to Kaylee, what she looked like. So cuz I just like for you guys to put a face onto who I am talking about, just so you could just have some type of imaginary, right? Kaylee was or is a petite short, skinny, dark skinned chocolate girl, and she was just so gorgeous. Like to this day, I've seen her like all throughout like middle school, whatever case may be, but we didn't form a connection until eighth grade. She was just free spirited. I would say she was free spirited. Beautiful smile, pearly white teeth, and she was just super duper goofy. But sometimes like it would get too out of hand, and it's like, okay, girl, chillax, relax. We started getting into boys. Heavy, heavy. But her, the way she was boy crazy. Let's just call it what it is. Acquainted. Well, I got acquainted to somebody through Instagram, and come to find out he basically lived in the area that we lived in. Like it was pretty close. I want to say it was a good like maybe to his neighborhood a good maybe a 10 to 20 minute walk on foot, right? And he had these play cousins, because I really and truly don't think that they were really his cousins, but y'all know how it is with black people. Like we always just be having these play cousins because your mama or your pops was cool with somebody back in the day, and then they ended up having kids, and then they ended up having their kids play with each other, and then y'all become family. These two boy cousins, mind you, this boy was trying to get with me while he was like in this on and off relationship with this girl. And they didn't go to our middle school. They went to more of like a church type of school, like one of them church private schools or whatever the case may be. So, but mind you, all within in the same area of one another. I was showing, of course, me telling Kaylee about everything, because when we met these individuals, this was in the 8th grade. But again, like I said, the actual story time takes place in high school. So I'm still trying to give you guys a background of how the f we met these f boys. So, of course, I'm showing Kaylee like, oh, like look who just hit me up. He commented all on my photos and says blah blah blah. He want to talk to me. So at the time, our messaging app was Kick. If you know, you know. So we ended up kicking each other. Da, 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 da. So of course, Kaylee was like, oh, ask him if he got a brother. Does he got a cousin? Does he got any friends that look like him? Da 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 da. So of course, I'm trying to look up for my homegirl. This is my bestie, Westie, to put her down with, because she was getting out of like a previous relationship with this other boy, and that's a whole nother thing. I just opened up a freaking wormhole. Lo and behold, he did, and I think he ended up showing me the two, play cousins that he had. So we're gonna give them names as well. The one that Kaylee ended up messing with was Kevin, and the other one that I ended up actually messing with, let's gonna call him KJ. So Kevin and KJ. So fast forward, they ended up talking, and then with me and the boy Aaron, we're gonna call him Aaron, the one who has these two play cousins, the F niggas. Me and Aaron didn't work out, whatever the case may be, so I ended up talking to his play cousin, which is KJ. So let's give a description to all three of these boys, right? Well, I don't really need. I'm not gonna necessarily get it. Let's give a description to the two boys, right? Kevin was this light skinned, scrawny boy, curly hair. He basically looked like Sean Paul. If you guys don't know who Sean Paul is, I'm just gonna put him on the screen somewhere. So curly hair, it was long, and then sometimes he was tend to wear braids or in a ponytail or whatever the case may be. His hair was like brown, and yeah, that's pretty much all to him. Then KJ was I think both of them were tall. KJ was for sure tall. KJ was tall, dark skin, big eyes. And to me at the time he just looked handsome, but like now I'm just like, what the hell was I thinking? Completely different like schools on the opposite side of town from us. Like they didn't go to school in the same town as us. Same county and everything, right? And Kevin, I believe, ended up moving to a neighborhood close to our neighborhood, but it's like a 10-minute drive. So imagine on foot. And they used to come over to our neighborhood on bikes, or sometimes they'll get one of their like big cousins or whoever, or older relative, to drop them off to Aaron's house, which is again across from our neighborhood, right? And then they'll just walk over to like one of our parks, and then we'll all meet up. Kaylee ended up falling for Kevin very, 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 very hard, but they were on and off because Kevin was extremely toxic, and Kevin again was a F boy and was messing with other girls, and it, of course, would piss off Kaylee. Fast forward to this particular time, like 9th or 10th grade. We used to have these days called PSD days. So it stands for Professional Study Days. If you are from Broward County, Florida, if you know, you know. Okay? You know. I think Dade County had it too, but it's basically early release, right? But our PSD's days were like very often. Like let's say they were every month, uh, um every first Thursday of the month. Let's say that. We got out earlier than the regular like early release day. So I want to say like a good hour earlier than the traditional like early release day or whatever case may be, right? So those days were, of course, you were supposed to utilize that time to go home, study, catch up on work and all kind of stuff, right? But those days wasn't utilized for those days. Me and Kaylee is walking home, of course. I think we probably had grabbed some food and we talking, da 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 da. So she asked me, if she can let Kevin come over, because Kevin is asking to come over. Because I think around this time, mom had ended up installing cameras in her house, or this was the time when their house had caught on fire. So it was under renovation and they were like placed in these like luxury apartment homes across town or whatever, still in the same town but across town, and they were staying there. So she used to stay by my house until like her dad comes to pick her up whenever he would leave from work and then take her home. So I think that's what it was, right? So that's why they couldn't really go to her house, because her house was still under construction because it caught on fire. I'm like, sure, like whatever, I don't care, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Like, because I had work to do anyways. We get to my house finally, and we're just chilling, we eating snacks, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I'm hanging out with her, we're talking. Then she gets that text on Kick, of course. He's pulling up or whatever, right? And he's basically telling her to like come outside to come get him. She goes outside, and first things first, because he ended up doing something. He ended up doing something very foul. I used to live in this condo where it was either you take the stairs or you take the elevator, and the stairs was like those type of stairs where like anybody could go through the stairs. There was no door or anything, anybody could go through those stairs. Here my neighbor going off, and Kevin and the neighbor is going back and forth with each other. So I'm just like, what the hell going on? So I go outside. The neighbor ended up telling me he peed all over in the fucking staircase like a dog. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You just disrespected my home. I fucking live here. You could have just easily asked if you could use my restroom when I would let you use my restroom. Like, why in the hell would you just pee in my staircase like a fucking dog? Even though it's not my staircase, but you know what I'm talking about. I live here and you're just putting your DNA everywhere. That's disgusting. So that was red flag number one. And I should have known it should have been some BS, and I should have just kicked him the fuck out. Like I just been like, you know what, you're not coming in my house, but whatever. He ended up coming in still. And um at first, like we were all in my room, we were just chilling, hanging out, whatever case maybe, we were all talking to each other. Mind you, Kevin used to make a lot of fun of me. And I feel like really and truly, he really had a crush on me. Maybe he had a crush on me. I'm not too sure, but it just didn't make sense as to why he kept targeting me and kept making fun of me and saying how, oh, like I'm hairy, or I got hair on my arms, or I got hair on my back. And then my best friend would like, stand up for me and be like, don't you got hair too? Don't you got hair in places that you're making fun of her? So like, why are you making fun of her for? And he would be like, oh, because she's a girl and she's not supposed to have hair. And she was like, and so what? She's still beautiful. So he used to make fun of me a lot, and I just didn't really like him too much. But it was like, since that was my friend's boo, I just had to accept my fate. And they ended up going from my room to the living room, and then Kevin ended up coming to my room and was trying to ask me to use my room. Excuse you? Is this mic on? Did y'all hear me? Excuse you? Did he really just ask me to use my room to do what exactly? Oh, okay. So I said no. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? No. So then he was like, oh, all right, so I'm gonna just go in your mom room. When I said I ran to my mom room so fast and I was barricading the door, like, and I'm just like, hell no, you're not coming in my mom's room. Like, what type of person do you think I am? You think I'm just gonna let y'all two go in my mom's room? And then Kaylee was just basically like telling him like, chillax, relax, like what's wrong with you, like why, like, it's fine, we don't gotta go into nobody's room, or the case may be, we can stay out here. But he was just so adamant to be sprawled out, laid out in a freaking bed to do whatever it is that he want to do with Kaylee. So of course I wasn't going for it. Proud of me, I wasn't going for it. Like, I wasn't no sucker or nothing like that. So I'm like, hell no, bro, this is my room, y'all not coming in here. So they ended up staying out into the living room. Went back to my room and I'm doing homework. I'm legitimately doing homework. Catching up on some stuff, getting some stuff done so I could just basically chillax for the remainder of the day and night. It gets dumb quiet. Dumb quiet. The next thing you know, I'm hearing footsteps, one set of footsteps going to my bathroom, because my bathroom was literally right next to my room. Like, you have to pass my room in order to get to my bathroom. So I'm hearing the footsteps go to the bathroom, and they turn the light on, because I had one of those lights where whenever you turn on the light, the fan will come on in the bathroom. So I didn't have like two separate light switch. So, and it was very loud. So that's how I knew that somebody had turned on the light, but I didn't know who went in the bathroom first. Then they turn off the light back to the living room, because like, mind you, my back is turned, so I can't see who's going back and forth to the bathroom, and my doorway is like behind me. So I'm hearing everything, and then next thing you know, I'm hearing two sets of footsteps going to the bathroom. So I said, wait, hold on, what's going on here? What's going on here? Then the light got turned back on, and the door was closed, or whatever case may be, and then the light gets turned back off. What's going on? So now I'm just like, please don't tell me they about to do what I think that what they're gonna do, because at that time, like, we were both virgins, so I didn't think that my best friend would be bold enough to lose it. I just start hearing, and I'm just hearing moaning. I'm hearing all kind of stuff. Sat up so straight in my chair, like I went from going like this, and when I'm hearing, I'm like, so I'm like, oh, hell to the no. I didn't know what the hell to do. So I just, at first, I'm like, I was ended up texting one of my homeboys, because he was the main one warning me about Kaylee, and like the stuff that she's about and the stuff that she's on, because of the stuff that he heard that she be doing with people, or whatever case maybe, or the type of timing that she be on, because I was completely oblivious of what type of best friend that I have. So I'm texting him, and I'm like, yo, I think Kaylee and Kevin is in there hunching in my bathroom. He was like, say swear. And I said, swear. And he's like, nah, that's green. That's green as fuck. Green means like that's dead wrong, pretty much, in Florida slang, if you don't know. So he's like, that's green. Da 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 da. He was like, tell them to get the fuck out of your bathroom. So I'm like, bro, it's so awkward, because I'm basically just gonna be walking up to my own bathroom and be like, hello. And he's like telling me to get them out the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get them out the bathroom. So he's like, all right, let me know what happens. So I was just kicking myself in the ass for this, because I'm just like, I just cannot believe that my best friend would do this to me in my bathroom. And mind you, I'm not supposed to have no boys in my home. Like, my best friend was hardly an exception, even though my mom wasn't like super duper. She was strict, but she wasn't super duper strict. And of course, she was like well acquainted with my best friend and her family. So it was cool to have her over it. And there was already an agreement to, like, have her stay by my house until her dad comes and pick her up to take her home. Because her mom like kind of gets off like late, or whatever case may be. And of course, like I said, we got out of school early. So of course there's gonna be nobody to come and pick her up and take her home. I knock on the door, and then I'm just like, no, get out. What the fuck are y'all doing? Get out of my bathroom. Y'all are crazy. Like, I can't believe y'all would do something like, I'm just like, yo, get out. I'm like, get out now. And they're like, hold on. I'm like, no, get out now. Get out now, because that's just so foul. That's so fucking wrong. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the hell is y'all doing in there? And they're like, hold on, chill, hold on. I'm like, ain't no motherfucking chill. Get out my bathroom. So finally, I guess they had to like freshen themselves up, and then they open the door, and then just whoosh. You already know what I done smell. I'm smelling ass cheeks. Choose my bathroom to lose your V card. Girl, I thought we were better than this. So, they were embarrassed. My best friend coming out like just looking embarrassed, but at the same time she's cheesing, she's smiling, all kind of stuff. And I'm just dead silent. Like I'm just watching them like get out my bathroom, and I basically told Kevin, I'm like, you gotta leave, get out. He ends up leaving. She ends up like going outside with him, like walking him to like the front gate or whatever case may be. And I go back to my phone, and I'm telling my guy friend, like, you know, I basically got them out. This is that blah blah blah. And I'm telling him everything that was happening. He was like, listen, that's not a good friend. You basically need to like stop being friends with her, because that's not right, because no friend should be doing that to their friend's bathroom, whatever case may be. You got a strict mother. Imagine your mother find out that your friend was doing the do in your bathroom, in the bathroom that you didn't even like. Bro, I didn't even mark my territory in my own bathroom, like, and I have somebody else who don't live here mark their territory in my bathroom first. Oh, that's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. So he's gone. She ends up coming back upstairs to like my home, and we're talking, and I'm just asking her straight up. I said, Kaylee, be honest with me. Were y'all having sex? And she's like, yeah, girl, like I lost my V card, da 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 da. And I'm just like, Kaylee, why would y'all do it in my bathroom? Like, I was actually hurt. I'm like, Kaylee, why would y'all do that in my bathroom? Like, come on now. And she was like, I know, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't think it was gonna happen. This is that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, y'all couldn't wait. Like, y'all couldn't do that somewhere else. Y'all couldn't do that at his house. For God's sakes, maybe the park on the slide or something. Cause we had one of them tube slides at one of the parks that we have in the neighborhood. So I'm just like, y'all could have just like what? Don't know if I've told anybody else. I probably did with my messy ass, because I was very messy and I like back then I was extremely messy. So I most likely did. But I mean, I was messy enough to already told my like my guy friend, but my guy friend pretty much, excuse me, my guy friend pretty much knew that like eventually Kaylee was gonna lose her V card and she was gonna snake me. And she ended up did snaking me a couple of times throughout our relationship, and it were bad. But yeah, y'all, that's what happened. Like, I caught my friend hunching in my bathroom. It was just ridiculous to me. And to this day, like, I just be thinking about it, and I'm just like, I really can't believe somebody that I call my friend was hunching in my bathroom, that would disrespect my bathroom, would disrespect my home, and invite somebody over to not disrespect my home once but twice, because he peed outside in the staircase like a dog. And when by the time when I actually went to go in there, because the neighbor was going off, she was like, it's so stink, this is that, blah blah blah. And she ended up telling my, I think she ended up telling my mom. Oh, she ended up telling my mom. But she was a real G for not telling that he actually did go in my house, because my mom was like, what kind of hoodlum she got coming over here, this is blah blah blah, like that's disrespectful. And then my mom went snapping on me, because she was like, you know, you shouldn't be inviting nobody over that would be so comfortable to disrespect your place like this. Like, this is your home, this is where you lay your head at, and somebody just gonna come over and treat this like trash, like it's a landfill. So I was very happy that the neighbor did a snitch and was like, oh, he went inside, because what she did, because she did see him go inside, but what she did say was like, oh, because my mom was like, well, I hope he didn't come into my house. When I say I was shitting bricks in that moment, because that neighbor could have chose to tell the truth, but she did not tell the truth, and I was so happy that she did not tell the truth. So she was like, oh no, he didn't go in the house or nothing, but like, look at the staircase. And when I went into that staircase, it was so stink. She was right, it was stink as fuck, and it was a huge puddle. It's like he pissed a lake in the staircase. And ever since then, like, if I didn't like Kevin before, I most definitely don't like him now, because not only you did what you did outside my home, but you decided to hunch in my bathroom with my best friend. And before y'all did that, y'all tried to kick me out of my room to hunch in my bed. And I'm so happy I wasn't going for that, because can you imagine? Because at the end of the night, at the end of the day, I gotta sleep on that mattress. I gotta sleep on that same mattress. So he clearly didn't have respect for not me or Kaylee, and it showed a lot. But yeah, y'all. that's it for today's video. So I'm gonna have like other story times to tell. It's gonna be a series. Please check out all my other videos. I am gonna continue on the gas station horror story series. I do have to film that video and get that pushed out. I have to get part 2 pushed out for you guys. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. Tell me, how do you feel about the situation? Were you in a situation similar? Did you have a best friend that was like as promiscuous as mine, that will sit there and do wild stuff like that? Because she did a lot of wild stuff, and you guys are gonna soon know about all the wild things that she did and that I was involved in because of her. See you guys next time. Bye.